There's no such thing as work-life balance. None!
Just fucking do it. Subscribe now.
Even though I didn't allow you to finish the question, part of the question is, do I have to pay off the seller that I have the seller's note for, right?
Yeah, do they take the note into consideration?
Well, no, of course they take it into consider because you've got to disclose it. If you don't disclose it, you're committing bank fraud. Everything's full disclosure. So let's say you've got a note, $1 million note, seller's note, it's seller's equity, and you're going to finance the deal for $1.2 million. So depending on how your purchase agreement and your management agreement are written, will depend on whether you got to pay off the whole fucking note, with or without a prepayment penalty, or none of the note. And it depends how your lawyer writes it. But you can't finance it and then not tell the seller. That's bank fraud. We have kids doing it every week. Every single week kids do it. I'm not saying that's right, and I'm not saying it's a practice you should duplicate, but we have kids doing it. So you tell, depending on, let's say that your deal is that if you finance it within 3 years, you got to pay 100% of the note off. If it's over 3 years, which is going to be less than 3 years. But that's not the only way to pay and get money out and pay the accountants and the lawyers. We've got guys that have done 100% seller finance. They're on their 5th, 6th, and 7th deals. So that means the accountants haven't been paid in 5, 6, 7 deals. The lawyers haven't been paid in 5, 6, 7 deals. You have no bank finance. The board, more importantly, hasn't been paid in 5 or 6 or 7 deals. And at the top of the list, you haven't been paid in 5 or 6 or 7 deals. So what do? Well, this group could, well, some of you could, last 5 or 6 or 7 deals. What you do is, as I said in the seminar, that you can have them draw down their working capital loan. You can have them draw down their a line of credit overdraft and leave it as cash in the account, and you pay for the deal, seller's note, including the drawdown of those two entities, and then you pay the fees out of them. It's not likely you're going to get a deal past a business broker that's 100% seller finance. It's not in their interest, is it? So what did I say in the seminar, how you get around that? Yes, sir. You pay them. And what normally happens, wrongfully, they also collect from the seller. They're not supposed to, but you can't keep them. You cannot keep the seller from paying them. But you disclose everything. You're not home. This is not a petroleum station butt fuck. And we have a lot of kids that get in trouble because they don't disclose, because they're so, partially through their ethnicity, they're so used to doing shit under the table, brown envelope, backhander, they get in trouble. I understand that. I don't condone it at all, but I understand it. 9 times out of 10, when you get in trouble, it's based on your ethnic background because that's the way you learn to do business growing up. 9 times out of 10.